Thank you so much for joining me tonight for our annual band parent meeting. Obviously, it's going to be a virtual meeting this year. Hopefully this allows you to get some good information and perhaps rewatch anything that you need to. Now in our 100th year, the LHS Band is well respected throughout the community. It's successful in competitive events, and it's really a life-changing event. So we look forward to having your son or daughter in our program next year and throughout their high school career. Just a little bit more of an overview about our program. All instrumentalists, anybody who plays a woodwind, brass, or percussion instrument, should be signed up for one of 3 concert bands. All 9th graders should be signed up for freshman band for next year. That's all freshmen and only freshmen. Those in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade will be in concert band or symphonic band. One of those needs to be on the schedule. With concert band, symphonic band, we will make decisions on which band those musicians will be in, but just as long as one of them's on the schedule, we can take care of the rest from there if things need to change. Those participating in marching band should also sign up for marching band on their school schedule. This also includes color guard, who would not be in a concert band typically unless they play an instrument, but they will want to make sure they sign up for marching band on their schedule. Marching band is just one of several extracurricular ensembles that band members can participate in. The others include jazz band, which takes place in the winter and spring, percussion ensemble, which starts up usually in November and goes through May, pep band, which is in the winter time, winter guard, also in the winter. We also have various chamber ensembles. This year we had a flute choir and a clarinet choir who met weekly. All these other ensembles take place throughout the year. There's no need to commit to anything at this time. We'll discuss all of this at a later date. What do we expect from our students in our band program? So there's just 4 basic things that we want to talk through. 1, be goal-oriented. Above and beyond just following the rules, you want to make sure that each band member acts with purpose in order to get better each day. Secondly, be respectful, just showing respect for yourself and also others in all situations in rehearsal and outside rehearsal. 3, be informed. Make sure that you know what's going on and follow through when it's needed. And lastly, be prepared. Come to rehearsals to the best of your ability, prepared to give your best. From our parents, we have some similar expectations. First of all, be informed. We want to make sure that you know what's going on and follow through with anything that we need to. Communicate. It's important to communicate to the directors very clearly if there's anything that we need to know. 3, encourage responsibility. Please help your son or daughter be a responsible band member. And 4, support the band. We'll talk about this a little bit later, but volunteer your time and talents as much as you can in whatever way you can throughout the year. Next, the registration process. So all of this information is on our band website, lancasterbands.com, and the registration process will be lancasterbands.com/register. That's an important place where all these documents that I'll be referring to will be located. So the first step, like I already mentioned, is make sure a concert band is on the school schedule for brass, woodwind, and percussionists. Anybody who's in marching band should also make sure that marching band is on their school schedule. The first form that needs filled out is filled out all online and submitted online, and that's our student registration form. This gives us information that we'll need for each participating band member in whatever group that they're participating in. This is for everyone participating in any group. Next is our adult volunteer form. So I'll talk a little bit about that. I know I previously mentioned about the expectation that parents should help out with whatever they can, and we certainly understand that each adult in each family has different commitments and different amounts of time that they are able to devote to our band program, and maybe very little or none, and we understand that that's always the case with some. Our Band Booster organization helps to support the directors so that we can provide a really excellent experience for all of our students. Many hands make light work. If you're a motivated leader who's comfortable taking charge, we really need you. If you're a good team player who just is able to work hard and fill in, we need you. If you're a really busy parent who can only spare just a few minutes every now and then, we also need you too. Any adult who would like to support the band program can get involved. It doesn't have to be parents, it could be anybody in the family, it could be family, friends, neighbors, really anybody in the community that would like to help out the band program. We really need all of you. Our main goal right now is to get to know you as parents and adults. your time commitments, your special talents, and your interests. You're always welcome to say no if you're asked to do something, but we certainly want to keep you in the loop and try to find some things that you might enjoy doing and that you might have the time to do. So please fill that form out. It's also online. If you have multiple adults in the family, you can fill out multiple forms and it'll all come back to us, and that'll help us to try to get to know all of you. This time of year, we're also looking to fill out a lot of our Band Booster committees. So please fill out that form and let us know what your interests might be. Being part of a committee isn't a big time commitment. We just need good people that are willing to work together to get some of these tasks accomplished. This might include our football concessions committee. It could include transportation committee, which involves our truck and our trailer. If you are someone who might be able to drive our truck or pull our trailer to events, that's going to be really important. We need a good list of people to have on our list so we can start filling that out. And if you have any knowledge about any of those items, also, we need to make sure we realize that so we can get good people on there that can help us out. Another important committee that we need to put together very soon is our fundraising committee. So if that's something that might interest you, please be sure to make a note of that on our adult volunteer form. If we get a good group together, it really won't be that much time commitment for very many people. We'd also like to get some brave parents of younger students involved a little bit so that they can start to see what goes on in our fundraising committee as far as transportation, our invitational fair booth, etc. So please make sure that you fill this out and consider what you can do to help our band program. Next is our emergency medical authorization form. This is something that we need for all band members, specifically marching band right away, but later in the year we do tend to take some trips with all of our groups, and it's good to have that on file for all of us. This must be printed and filled out by hand. This is the only form that is not digital this year, I believe. You can pick up a copy in any of the band rooms at LHS, at Ewing, or Sherman, or you're welcome to print it off yourself at home and fill it out. This will need to be turned in after it's filled out to any of the band directors. Please be sure that when you're filling it out, there's a second page, a front and a back. Make sure the back is also filled out. You'll have to sign and date that back. That's really important so we don't have to return it to you. Okay, so just an overview now of some of our deadlines and timelines so you can kind of see where we're at right now. April 13th, that is today, or at least when the video is posted for the first time. That's our virtual parent meeting. That's also when our summer and fall calendar will be released, at least the big important dates. In 1 week, we're asking that all forms are turned in. Obviously, we'll take them after that, but I'd really like them to be in within 1 week. That way we don't have to worry about it, and the form shouldn't take very long to fill out. That's April 20th. Please make sure that everything gets turned in by April 20th. Fast forward a week or so, May 1st, please review the summer and fall calendar by the beginning of May and report any absences on the online form. Now I'll push pause for just a second and explain a little bit about the online absence form. All of our absences can be submitted online. We actually prefer that so it goes all into one place as opposed to getting a bunch of emails right before rehearsal or voicemail on the school phone. It's just too many places to check. So all filtering through our online form is what we really need to do. And this can be filled out months in advance if there's an expected absence that's already planned, or if it's an emergency illness or something that happens at the last minute, certainly can be filled out. That comes straight to us and we'll get that right away. To find this form, go to our band website, again, lancasterbands.com, and click on the Connect menu item up on the top. Click Connect, and then you'll see a link for the absence form. It's really easy to fill out, and hopefully that makes it easy for everybody. And June 15th is when our marching band fee is due. We'll talk about that in the next slide. If at any point you're having any financial difficulties, we understand this happens and we're willing to help you. Please email me or our band booster treasurer and we'll communicate further from there. There's 3 things that you want to look out for marching band fees. First thing is a marching band fee that's paid to the band boosters. That covers most of our big expenses, including band camp expenses, extra instructors that we bring in, the show design, any other things that we will purchase throughout the season. That goes straight to the boosters, and that's all explained in the document that's on the website. That marching band fee is $110, and that's paid directly to the band boosters. The next is a summer uniform. We wear a summer uniform throughout the warmer times of the year, typically up through September or so, early September. That's paid to the band boosters also. That'll be paid right when you get the uniform. There'll be a couple dates in early summer that we'll announce when you can come in. Son or daughter can try on the uniform and pay for it right away, and you're able to take it home with you. And lastly is the pay to participate fee. That's a fee that's charged by the school district that covers staff stipends, it covers bus costs and things like that, and that is a payment that goes straight to Lancaster High School. Please don't pay that to the band booster program. That's completely different than our marching band fee. There's no fee to participate in any of our other groups. If it's concert band or jazz band, percussion ensemble, any of the others that we've mentioned before, there's no fee to participate, but it does cost us to fund these groups. All of our ensembles are supported by the band boosters. The hard work of numerous volunteers is why we can keep all these costs very low. So please participate in any fundraising, any volunteer opportunities. That's why we can do what we do without having to charge what some other schools charge, which is hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a lot of different ensembles they participate in. Next up, I'd like to talk about our band calendar. Our calendar is all online. You can find it pretty easily on the band website by going to Events up on the top of the menu item. It's up to date all the time. When I know a calendar item, it's going to be up there. We have a one-page event calendar that's available to download now on the lancasterbands.com/register page. These are the most important dates, mostly performances and things like that. Please look over that very carefully. It might not apply to everybody. Some events are just marching band, some might be percussion ensemble, some might be concert band. So take a look at that and just start to review that. If you have questions, we'll probably cover that as the year progresses. Be sure to add these important events to your own calendar in whatever way you usually do, or you can actually subscribe to the Google Calendar and then it goes directly to your calendar if you're a Google Calendar subscriber. Some of our incoming freshman band members were wondering about summer absences. I know a lot of families will be taking some time off, going on vacation over the summer, and some were concerned about missing practices. Not a big deal. We understand that families need to take some time away, and that might mean that some practices are missed throughout the summer. We certainly understand that. We're flexible. If there's going to be an extended time where there's going to be time missed, we can be proactive by trying to get ahead on what we might cover during our practices so that your son or daughter doesn't get behind. And we're certainly happy to make sure that we facilitate that before that trip takes place or that absence takes place. What happens next? So first, please fill out the forms that we just talked about. That shouldn't take too long. Please try to get that taken care of as soon as you can. Check the calendar. The big events are on there, as I said. We will have specific marching band practices that will come later. I have put the weeks blocked out on the calendar so you can see at least when we're going to rehearse and when we're not throughout the weeks of the summer. There are a couple options to pay band fees. You can certainly pay by mailing a check to our band boosters. You can also pay by credit card, and I'll explain that process right now. After the student information form is sent in and you're officially registered, and we have all of your email addresses, our band booster treasurer will send an invoice to you through email. At that point, you'll have information regarding how to pay by credit card. Again, you can always pay by mailing a check into our band boosters also. The most important thing in regards to our band fees would be communication. So if there's any issues, concerns about our marching band fees, please don't hesitate to communicate with us and be clear about what your needs are and what's going on. We'll be sure to help you get the information that you need and make sure that we move forward together. But please communicate if there's any issues. We don't want that to be a concern about participation in band. We'll definitely work with you to make sure that we know what's going on and make the best plan moving forward for everybody. If you haven't heard much about our spring fundraiser, please make sure that you check out the website and start looking through a little bit of that information, or ask your son or daughter. We talked about it in class. It's been posted to Google Classroom and the website. It's a really great fundraiser that should be really easy to do. There are no payments that need to be turned in. There's no item that needs to be delivered. It's all app-based, and it should be really easy for everyone to participate in, we hope. This is your one opportunity to raise money for that individual band account. So please participate. And then lastly, check the calendar and start attending the practices. First of all, that would be marching band stuff. Later on, obviously when school year starts, other things will start up too. And I know I went through a lot of this information fairly quick. I know it's a review for some of you, and for some of you it's brand new, so I apologize if this went really fast. Luckily, being a video, you can rewind and review some of the information. For some of you, this is old information, so you might be able to skim some of it a little bit more. This page talks about our email addresses and the contact information. If you have general questions, please send me an email. That's always best. I can answer that or direct it to who it should go to. Anything percussion related, you can send to Mr. Gherkin. That includes percussion ensemble later in the year and anything about percussion auditions. Anything woodwind specific can be sent to Mr. Smith. Mrs. Hoagland is our administrative coordinator. She takes care of anything non-instructional behind the scenes in the office. That includes our forms, that includes absences, and anything regarding uniforms in general. From the band boosters, the most important person right now that you'll need to get to know would be Jean Robertson, our band booster treasurer. Dr. Robertson will be able to answer your questions regarding any band booster fees, any questions or concerns, also about student fundraising accounts. And then lastly, for more information, go to our band website, lancasterbands.com. There's a lot of information on there. You can review old information that might be important to you. And if you're just starting to explore the high school band program, that'll be a great place to start. Lancaster Bands is our name. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, anything that you can think of. I'd encourage you to subscribe or join, like, whatever the case may be, for all of those or any of those that you use on a regular basis. Again, thank you for joining us this evening. I hope this has been informative. Hopefully this is helpful to explain the next step in the process to sign up for our high school band program and what you'll need to do as students and parents to make sure we have a great start to the 2021-2022 school year. Thanks so much, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us by email. We'll talk to you soon.